Swagger Boats, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, I'm Chris the Don One. Feel free, hit the subscription button, the notification bell, share this with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, doing a real quick live. Let me first share this out. Share this out. We're about to get into it. Just give me a couple of seconds here. All right. Got some technical difficulties here. All righty. All righty. All righty. All right. Shared it. Feel free, if you're a subscriber or not, hit the notification bell. Wait, hold up. If you are a subscriber, hit the notification bell. Share this with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Also, if you want to further support the channel, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. You can also hit the super chat. Super stickers are welcome. Now, if you've been following me, I've been saying I was going to do a live stream concerning, my channel as far as mods and things of that nature. I'm going to put that to the side because this is very important, very, very important between Drake, Kendrick Lamar, UMG. Drake has taken his music company to court. He still can't let go of this, Not Like Us, because this thing, over the summer, this thing has blew up. And my whole thing of it is, I think Drake approached it the wrong way. Drake was really feeling himself, thinking that I'm the bigger star than Kendrick. People are not going to really pay attention to Kendrick. I'm going to do Kendrick like I did Meek Mills. There's a reason why there's 2 L's in Meek Mills. Because Drake, just bodied him. And Drake said, I'm the bigger artist. I'm really hip hop. So it doesn't matter, if what Kendrick is saying or what Kendrick's planning on doing. I'm just going to beat Drake. I'm going to just bully him like I do everyone else. I got the machine. I got UMG. So everything's all good. He thought using that approach will beat him in this beef war between him and Kendrick Lamar. And oh boy, he was wrong. He was dead wrong. I think Drake got outsmarted. I think Drake was playing the wrong game with Kendrick. He thought this game was just checkers. What's up? What's up, YT? How you living? I'm living swell. Drake played the wrong game. He played the game of checkers, but this is the game of chess. You have to anticipate the move after the move. And Kendrick just played him like a fiddle. So now Drake got sour grapes, particularly with the Not Like Us. That thing just popped. It just blew up. And I just think that was in Kendrick's bag anyway. He had that in his bag. He was just trying to get him, he kind of knocked Drake off with the other little songs he came out with. Drake felt like, nobody wasn't really feeling that energy. I'm just going to beat Drake. And when that Not Like Us hit, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Challenge for you. Don't blink your eyes for a minute. Well, I'm a human being. I'm going to blink my eyes. You know what? Challenge accepted. I lost. Okay? So that challenge is over and done with. Okay? So, yeah. So now Drake couldn't beat him on the music scene. Drake couldn't beat him, on the social media scene. So now Drake is taking legalization. All right. Drake done lawyered up. Drake found the best Philly lawyers on the planet, and now he's lowering up. He lowered up. So now he's taking this to court. He's the funny thing about this is Drake really isn't suing Kendrick Lamar, because to me, I thought that would be a no-win situation. Because if you're going to take Kendrick Lamar to court and you say, oh, well, the reason why I'm taking him to court because what he said about me, keep going. I'm trying to keep going. I'm not going to take Kendrick Lamar to court, because if he would have took Kendrick Lamar to court and he says, oh, well, even though it's a rap song, it's entertainment and things of that nature, I didn't appreciate what he said on a lot of his rap songs, true or not true. All right. Kendrick could easily come with his legal team and go, well, you said some things on your songs about me, and I'm not complaining. That was not true. It may be true, maybe not true. All right. So for him to take Kendrick to court on that level, it's a no-win situation. Drake wasn't, even if he won, he still would have lost. So he said to himself, I'm taking UMG to court, the same label company that is the machine that has been backing Drake for all these years. Now, why do I say this is the wrong move for Drake? Because UMG says you want to take us to court, you want us to show the receipts. Well, be careful what you wish for, because if we show the receipts on Kendrick, we're going to show the receipts on everyone, and including you. And I always said this about social media, about movies, about, music or whatever. It's an algorithm. Now, that algorithm can work for you or work against you. But the algorithm usually support the established, the big stars. All right. In other words, this is not all legit. This is not all based on popularity, on who you like, who you watch, who you see. It's an algorithm. It's a machine. The machine is designed to set other people's content above everyone else's content. The haves and the have-nots. All right. And it's the same thing with music. Okay. If people don't realize that there have been bots in the music industry, this is your first time ever going, what? They got bots? A lot of these songs that's been streaming, most of them are bots. Yes, they're bots. Everyone has bots. Every musician has bots. Drake has bots. Now, I'm not saying that Drake's music is trash. I'm not saying Drake's music is garbage juice. I like some of Drake's music, but there's a lot of music that the algorithm push that Drake makes. It's not good. It's just not good music. All right. And you can tell that the algorithm is set up and it's designed to push all the Drake's content, and everyone else, like Drake is the haves and everyone else is the have-nots. And 50 Cent, pretty much said this on $1 Million Worth of Game. Like, I think it was like 7 or 8 months ago. Like, yeah, Kendrick has bots, but so do everyone else, including Drake. Whoever is hot, they're going to put their music out front. There's an algorithm. The algorithm is going to push everything of Kendrick's out front because, he's the hot star. And they're going to push all his content, all his music. Some music, you're going to bop to it. Other music, you're going to be like scratching your head like, okay. But hey, it's Kendrick. He's the star. He's the hottest. The Nokia song. It's a catchy song that Drake made. Even though it has been borrowed from somebody else, but it's a catchy song. But does it deserve all those hits, all those streams? I don't think so. Nokia, if you compare Drake's recent work to Nokia, there's no comparison. You understand why his other work bopped and worked, and this new stuff that he's coming out with, it ain't hitting. For All the Dogs, there was a couple of good songs I liked on that album. But did that album deserve all those hits, all those streams? No. There's a lot of songs on For All the Dogs that, like, you're scratching your head going like, okay, why Drake? Okay, this is just clearly some stuff that he's throwing to us. But it's the algorithm. That's the point I'm making to you guys. It's the algorithm. The algorithm decides for us who's hot and who's not. It's not like back in the 50s and 60s when there was no such thing as bots or streaming, where you have to base someone's success on the amount of music that they sell. Okay? That's how you base someone's success, off of the fan base buying and supporting their music. Nowadays, it's not like that no more. I'm gonna be perfectly frank and perfectly. Some of y'all gonna get offended with what I'm about to say. Some of y'all don't know what good music is. Sometimes the algorithm makes decisions for you. Like, okay, now this is good. And this is good because it's getting this many streams. A lot of y'all don't have an ear for music. You just ride on whatever coattail or bandwagon the next person riding on. If a million people say Nokia is hot, then all of y'all just gonna jump on the fence and say Nokia is hot. If Drake or Kendrick put out some new music and it's dog crap, but the algorithm tells you guys that no, this is good. Look how many streams. Look how many times this has peaked. Look how many times this is hit. A lot of y'all don't have an ear for music. Y'all just go. It's a trend. Okay, everyone else likes it. TikTok is using it. I see it on YouTube. It's on the radio. It's on satellite radio. It's on Spotify. It's got to be good, right? I hear it all the time. It's got to be good, right? So the machine knows. The machine knows who to promote, who not to promote. Imagine if the algorithm was designed where everyone gets a chance to put their content out there, where there's no such thing as the haves and the have-nots, where everyone's on an equal plane, where you push everybody's stuff out. Imagine if the algorithm was designed that way, but then it wouldn't be the algorithm, right? There would be no need for the algorithm. And it's the same thing with YouTube. YouTube is the exact same way. Some of y'all don't have an ear or an understanding on what's a good content creator and what's a bad content creator. Y'all follow trends. A lot of people follow trends. 2 or 3 years ago, YouTube was full of content creators that's red pill, blue pill. That's giving you relationship advice, life advice. Those podcasts all over the place on YouTube. That was the thing that was popping. A lot of y'all was gravitating to the Kevin Samuels, to the Albert and Preach, to all those fresh and fit, But I'm looking at it like they're speaking the same, they're saying the same thing. Okay, so and I'm saying to myself, why do these red pill, blue pill, life advice, relationship advice podcasts or content creators, why they're popping? It's because the algorithm present them and push them out there to where you have no choice but to listen, to watch it. Now, if you look at it today, those red pill, blue pill type of content creators, they're few and far between. It's not the hot thing now. Now they done switched over to 20 V1 or the Pop the Balloon. I mean, Pop the Balloon is so big now, it's on Netflix. Okay? And you're scratching your head going like, why is all this type of content is the end thing? Why is the algorithm pushing this stuff out? And there's a reason why the algorithm is pushing this stuff out, because there's a lot of content creators. It's a fad. It's a trend. So the algorithm is only going to put out stuff that's, popping now. But what goes up always come down. And then the algorithm has to figure out what's the next hot thing. Okay. So the same rules apply to music. You know, not all music is popping. You can have a good song. Don't get me wrong. You can have a good song. You can have a fan base to that good song. You can have a fan base to that artist. But that doesn't mean that this song is it. And the algorithm is designed to make you think, that this song is the song. Because everybody on TikTok is using this song. It's on social media. It's on YouTube. So what do? We pay attention. Some of us are addicted to following what other people like. So this is all. What I'm trying to say is this is all a game. So just because a musician's got a gazillion hits on Spotify, that don't define that musician as the best musician. It's just that musician knows some people that know some people that know the real people who's behind the algorithm. It's as simple as that. So when UMG tells Drake, okay, you want to know what songs we bought it for Kendrick Lamar? We'll do that for you. We'll do that solid. But guess what, Drake? Everybody else's stuff is going to be out there for the open. Everything else is fair game, including your music, your albums. Okay? So, to me, Drake is, pretty much saying, well, if you're not going to put me in front of the algorithm, then let's just destroy the algorithm. That's pretty much what Drake is saying. Like, okay, so now y'all against me. Now the algorithm no longer likes me. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to expose the algorithm. Well, you should have had that same energy when the algorithm was working into your favor. What happened to all those other artists that you steamrolled over that were better than you, that had better music? Those artists are here today, gone tomorrow. You didn't care about those artists. You didn't want a fair battle when those artists were competing towards you, Drake. Now you're no longer featured on the algorithm. Now all of a sudden, the algorithm is a bad thing. It was a good thing when you had it, but it's a bad thing when someone else has it. But I think this speaks more into that, but it's also to Drake. And I've been saying this. I feel like Drake is tired of his deal with UMG that he signed. When he signed the deal, to me, he gave away so much for few dollars. I think he gave away his likeness, his voice, his music to UMG. I mean, he just gave away everything for like what? I think it was like a $300 million deal. Drake is only worth that. Drake can't get more. You wouldn't think if Drake goes independent, he can get 4 times is what UMG gave him. I think Drake gambled against himself thinking that this is as big as he's going to be. And he said to himself, I'm going to take this deal. It's giving me the money. It's giving me a lot of my money up front. And, later on, I can get out of this deal and still do my own thing. So he was trying to get it on both ends of the candle. But I even look at that deal and say, that was a bad deal for Drake. Who gave Drake that advice to go back to UMG? Who told him that money is what you're worth? I think Drake is worth way more money. And it didn't take him that long to figure out that, wait a minute, I could do bad by myself. I can make my own money. Okay, I could be my own boss. But Drake chose the easy way out. He took the money, he saw the cash, he took the bag of cash, he enjoyed it for a little while, But now he coming to his senses like, wait a minute, I'm getting the short end of the stick because I'm a millionaire, but UMG, they're billionaires. And I can't compete with UMG. Plus, UMG got all the artists, they got all the talent, they got all, they're tied, they're in bed with all the agencies. You know, they're the game. So, you know, why would I still stay with UMG? Because I'm never going to be a billionaire. And I think that's what Drake's ultimate goal is. He wants to be a billionaire. He wants to be his own boss. Well, you can't be a billionaire and be your own boss if you're signing for pennies. Look, $300 million, that's a lot of money for me and you out there. But to Drake, that's not a lot of money. And I even scratch my head going, you mean tell me Drake don't believe that he's worth more than that? He's signing for that? When he was a free agent, he signed for that. That tells me a lot about Drake. You signing for pennies on the dollar. And now when you got your deal, you got your money up front, you thought UMG, you had an understanding, you thought you had an understanding with UMG that you're going to be featured in this algorithm forever because y'all business partners, not realizing that UMG got other artists that they got to put in front of that machine. And now you're feeling a certain kind of way because that machine was used against you. When that machine was working for you, it destroyed a lot of artists that, you know, had issues with you. It destroyed a lot of artists with their growth and their development. It destroyed a lot of artists with their potential earnings. But you didn't care because you had the machine behind you. Now when the machine's working against you, you want to take UMG to court. And to me, a lot of people, a lot of people go on social media saying good for Drake, good for Drake, good for Drake. But at the end of the day, he's not going to get out of his deal. If UMG has to give him an additional 200 million, they will gladly do it to make it go away. And UMG will continue to own Drake and his likeness, and they will continue to be billionaires, and Drake will still be a millionaire at the end of the day. Because even if he wins this, it's a small victory. A lot of people are using minor victory. I'm not going to disrespect Drake like that. But this will be a small victory to people that already knew this. That yes, we all knew that there's bots. A lot of these artists use bots. So do you, Drake. You use bots. Okay, we're all under the understanding that a lot of these hits, a lot of these views, a lot of these listens are artificial. They're manufactured. It's not done organically. Not all of it's done organically. I think Drake is going to be. I think Drake is going. You know, I don't. Maybe this is Drake's way of saying I'm trying to get out of this contract by destroying the machine. Hopefully, I can get out of my contract so I can do my own thing. But Drake should have been betting on yourself before you even signed that contract. That tells me a lot about you. Tells me a lot about you. It tells me a lot about a lot of these artists who say that they're the big dogs. They make all this money. That they're famous. And when you pull the drapes to look in, you find out that a lot of these artists are not what they say they are. They're not what they say. And look, Drake is a millionaire. Drake can do whatever he wants to. He can buy whatever he wants to buy, to an extent. But Drake is playing a dangerous game with people in the music industry that has the music industry on lock. And they know the people that that made the algorithm. Hey man, they build you up and they tear you down. Drake, you're no different than any other mega superstar that the music industry done produced. You're no different. You're on one moment, one minute you're at the top. The next minute you're at the bottom. Now you got Bad Bunny and all these other artists that sound similar to Drake. They already got Drake replacements out there. So, and I'm not saying that Drake is going to fizzle away anytime soon. No, that's not what I'm saying. You'll be a fool to really say that. But UMG, they're getting their money on both ends. They're getting their popularity on both ends, using Drake and using Kendrick. At the end of the day, UMG don't care about these two artists. I mean, if you cared about these two artists, why would you let them get to this point? Why you couldn't just be the middleman and just say, hey, look, I understand y'all got some issues, but it's bad for the business. It's bad for the brand. We're just gonna step in, figure this out, and we're gonna come to a resolution. Meanwhile, y'all don't, if y'all make music, we're not even going to distribute the music. We have control of y'all music. You remember when Drake was trying to drop all them old songs on social media, only for UMG to quickly scoop them up. So UMG don't. So when people, so don't tell me UMG don't have the resources, the control, the influence, the power to make all that go away before it even started. But UMG was sitting back thinking, as a billionaire, thinking, this beef that Kendrick and Drake has, it's only going to build our portfolio. It's only going to make us more money. We don't care about these two rappers. We really don't. At the end of the day, UMG don't really care. They don't have their, I would say, they just don't have their best interests with these two talented artists. They let them squabble up and try to destroy one another. And at the end of the day, Drake is losing a lot from this. Not only from the beef, because he clearly lost with Kendrick Lamar, but he's publicity wise. A lot of people are looking at Drake kind of side eyed, like, wait a minute, you use the machine for your benefit, and now when the machine is used against you, now all of a sudden you don't like that. So yeah, I don't have a horse in the race. I really don't have a horse in the race. If Kendrick and Drake want to continue this, I've heard some stories. I don't know if it's true or not that Drake got one in the tuck, another diss song, against Kendrick Lamar. I think he'll be foolish to put that out because it's over and done with. Everyone who has a voice has already done voice their opinion that you lost this battle. There's nothing Drake can do to un-F this steaming pile of hot trash juice manure is still on your face, Drake. There's no way you can undo this. There's no way you can come out winning. Understand what I'm saying? So it's best for you. Should have took the advice, and I've said this, man. You should have just let sleeping dogs where they lay. Don't even put no energy on it. Just move on and just do your thing. And if public opinion says, "Oh, you're scared of Kendrick," then fine. Let that be public opinion. But none of the other songs would have came out, and you'd have been all right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is, I thought this was over with. Here we are. I mean, we're about to go into the summer. And correct me if I'm wrong, Not Like Us was in the summer of last year. Here we are. I think we're like 2 months away from when Not Like Us premiered, or 3 months away. I'm not 1,000% sure, but it's been a long time. And by you going on social media, by you doing this lawsuit, all you're doing is giving free advertisement to Kendrick for people who haven't heard the song. I don't. think, and I don't believe there's a bunch of people out there that have not heard this song. Now, I heard what Lil Wayne said, talking about, yeah, I heard the song, but I didn't know he was talking about Drake, or he didn't know it was Kendrick or whatever. Lil Wayne is trying to get in the middle. He's not trying to pick a side. He's just in the middle. And now Future going like, oh, well, me and Drake really didn't have no beef or no issues. Because Future knows that he needs a Drake hit. He needs a Drake hit. He tried, the Pluto thing, that was pretty decent, but it wasn't doing the numbers when he is featured with Drake. So Future is trying to back off a little bit. A lot of people that had issues with Drake, like The Weeknd, everyone's kind of falling back or they done moved on. Okay. Drake is really the only one stirring this pot of crap up. I don't know why he's doing it. Some people feel like that the reason why he keep bringing it up is because he wants to get out of his deal, his UMG deal, because I guess he come to the realization that this deal is not going to make him any better money wise. Because when you let go of all, when you put a price on your essence, when you put a price on your personality, your persona, then what can you use when UMG controls so much? Even your voice. What, you gonna do like Prince and just be a symbol? Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the symbol thing, okay? You're gonna, change how you say things. I mean, it's crazy. When I heard Drake sign for that less money to remain on UMG, I was saying to myself, that's a bad deal for Drake. I said it when he signed it. Here we are, and it's still a bad deal. And I think Drake is under the illusion, like, wait a minute, this is a bad deal. Now, there's a lot of insiders that believe that Drake ain't making the money like he used to make. Drake is spending money as fast as he's making money. A lot of insiders are saying that, okay? And I think that has a lot to do with why he wants to take this to court. Because he's thinking, okay, UMG, if he wins, UMG don't want to do business with him. But let me tell you something about billionaires. Even if you have an issue with a billionaire's not going to take it personal or be emotional about it. They was willing to give Drake $200 million just to make it go away. To pitch a low ball offer to Drake, that tells me that they know more about Drake than we know. Now, I've been hearing that Drake's been spending money, he's been gambling, and I heard that he has gambling problems. I don't know if that to be true. Allegedly, let's use the allegedly word. Drake has been, has a gambling problem, allegedly. I will say this, a lot of things that Drake endorsed and the deals and the business move he has been making has not reached its full potential. He was about to drop a Nike shoe, a Jordan shoe or something like that. That didn't go well, but that was, a lot of people believe that it had more to do with the beef. He lost the beef with Kendrick Lamar. He's losing money back front to back. That may have something to do with it, but I've been, a lot of insiders are saying Drake isn't as solid as he once was. And the empire is crumbling. Okay. How much crumbling? I don't know. But understand this, Drake broke and our broke is two different cadences. All right. Drake broke may mean, okay, he's not worth 200 million. He may be worth 100 million. Okay. In his world, that's considered broke. In our world, we good, fam. But I've been hearing a lot of people say Drake spends more money than he actually makes. And he's kind of in the same situation as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather got on social media and talked about he owns all these buildings in New York and yada, yada, yada. And he has no partners or anything like that. And come to find out, people find out that that's not true. But a lot of people are saying that Floyd Mayweather spends more money than he makes. Okay. And if you've been following me, I've been saying this for the record ever since the COVID thing happened. A lot of artists are struggling, trying to make ends meet. When you see Samuel L. Jackson, no. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson do uh, commercials nonstop, then yeah, the money isn't coming as quickly as a lot of these entertainers were accustomed to. And the money was coming fast and they was getting big checks for them. I mean, huge checks. All right. Um, but now you're starting to see a lot of actors and actresses that you will only see them in big budget movies. Now you start to see them in commercials. You start to see them in low budget films. You start seeing them in streaming services. You know, everybody's trying to get there's money on the floor, but there's not a lot of money on the floor. When you at the strip club, when there's money on the floor, them strippers try to grab that money. But there's money on the floor, but there's not a lot of money on the floor. If you dig what I'm saying, a lot of these, and content creating influencers are hit. A lot of content creators and influencers, like last weekend had a boxing event with a bunch of has-beens. With a bunch of has-beens. It's desperate when you are a musician, a singer, or a rapper, and you are doing boxing events. Money is not flowing like it used to flow, you know. So yeah, everybody's trying to get, instead of trying to get one big bag, everybody trying to get as many bags as they can to equal that one big bag, because there's not a lot of opportunities out there to get that big time bag that would just satisfy everything. The movie industry, they cutting back. The music industry has been cutting back. Okay. If you're a content creator, and you was accustomed to making a living on YouTube, you can't make a living on YouTube no more. I mean, you could try. You can put as much content out there as possible, but you can't make a living on YouTube no more, because YouTube is not even at a certain place where, okay, if I do 10 of these, if I do 3 videos a day, maybe a couple of live streams, I might at the end of the week break $100. And that's not even talking about super chats and super stickers or my memberships. I can probably break $100 in a week. It's not like that no more. Even podcasting. There's not a lot of sponsors out there that's sponsoring a lot of podcasts. That's why a lot of these podcasts go under, because they don't have a sponsor. They got all this up here. They got these studios. They got they got people that they want to interview. They got other people that's want to, that's in their podcast. That's why you see a lot of podcasts downsizing. That's why when you see interviews, it's the same people that they're interviewing. You mean, I saw this guy interview on another podcast last week, and he's on a whole new different podcast saying the same stuff. So yeah. Ooh, excuse me. There's money on the floor, but it's not a lot of money on the floor. It's not a lot of money on the floor. Not a lot of money on the floor. What's up, YT? Hope you're still in the building. What's up, Oh shoot, my bad. What's up, S1NT? Keep going. Hope you're still in the building. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that. Make sure you hit that notification bell to let you know when my next live stream or content goes down. And yeah, hook a brother up. Hook a brother up. So yeah, there's not a lot of money on the flow. It's not a lot of money on the flow. There's money on the floor, but it's not a lot of money on the flow. And you're starting to see a trend with a lot of actors, actresses, musicians, content creators, influencers. The struggle is real. And on top of that, you got these tariffs that's going to affect us as consumers. It's going to be a hot summer. In summer, there's a lot of things that be introduced in summer. Okay. First and foremost, there's always a big booty chick new to the scene that's introduced in the summer. Gas prices are going to be high in the summer. It's going to be hot as hell in the summer. And we're going to struggle in the summer. A lot of stuff is going to go up in the summer. So yeah, that's always the consistent theme every summer. But this summer may be worse than last summer. I don't know how people are going to strive to survive. But yeah, this is going to be, I think this summer, a lot of people are not going to take a lot of vacations. If you read articles and publications and things of that nature, airline prices, airlines, a lot of people are not even using the airline no more. Because you got to have money to do those things. A lot of people are not going on trips, So yeah, this summer, everybody's going to be tightening them wallets and them purses. They're going to try to save money because, summer, kids are out. They're going to eat you out of house and home. Utilities are going to go up. All right. The price of food's going to go up. The price of gas is going to go up. So yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Everybody's going to be trying to figure it out. Everybody's trying to get into where they can fit in. And it's no different with these people that we follow. The struggle's real with them. Floyd Money Mayweather, they're talking about he got financial woes. Okay, but like I said, their financial woes and our financial woes are just different. Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna have to wait and see. All right. Anybody out there that got something that they want to ask me, because trying to try to make this an hour. So if you got any questions, please feel free to answer your questions. Just make sure y'all hit the like button and also share it with your friends, family, and followers. If you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hook a brother up. If you want to further support me, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. You can super chat, super sticker, do whatever you want to do. All right. But those are optional things. Optional. The word of today is optional. All right. So yeah. So yeah, that's Drake. I don't know how he's going to. I think Drake is prepared to be ridiculed because people are going to ridicule him on social media. I don't know what Drake's next move is, but if that's, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna do the might as well talk about it now instead of doing a separate video. So as far as the mod situation, I was trying to come up with different clever ways that benefits you guys. If you want to be in the Dodge mod, if you want to be my mod, I was trying to make it beneficial for you, beneficial for me. And one of my ideas was, if you hit the lowest tier of my joint membership, I was gonna make you an instant mod, just a standard mod. Okay, I was thinking about that. I was really thinking and contemplating that, and I was saying to myself, all right, how that's beneficial for me and how that's beneficial for you. All right. And at first I thought it was a good idea. But then when I sat around and thought about it, nah, that ain't a good idea. Because to me, it 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 wouldn't be fair for you to pay to be a mod. And it wouldn't be fair for me to allow someone to be my mod that would probably have the wrong intentions of being a mod. If you dig what I'm saying, all right. So I am looking for mods. I elected someone to be my mod. Um, he's not in right now, but that's cool. But my thing of it is, I want a bunch of mods. Here's what I'm looking for in a mod. I'm looking for somebody that when I go live, you're gonna be there. All right. I don't want you to delete people's messages. If they want to troll me, it's all fair game. If you want to troll me, it's all fair game. If they want to talk about me, it's all fair game. Okay. The whole intention of being a mod is to police the chat. The one thing we can't tolerate with people in the chat is there's a reason why people don't want to chat live or they don't even want to chat on the video is because they don't want the ridicule for it. They don't want to be trolled. So if anything, if you're going to be a mod, just be aware of people spamming and disrespecting people. Those two things. You want to joke on me, I don't care. You can joke on me. You want to disrespect me, I don't care. It's no big deal. I'm used to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. So I know what comes with the territory. But when it comes to new people who, like they just want to comment, good, bad, or whatever. They just want to comment. They're not here to be disrespected. They're not here to be trolled. So that's one of the things I want my mod to do. The second thing I want, that's the second thing I want my mod to do. One, when I go live or when some content drop, you're there in the building. Okay. Two, just police the chat. Just make sure nobody is being disrespectful to other comments. No spamming. Okay. Just do those things, okay? Don't block anybody from commenting. If you want to time somebody out, time them out, okay? And don't advertise it. Just time them out. Just time them out for a minute or two, okay, or whatever. All right. So that's what I'm looking for in a mod. Someone that's going to do that, okay? And I also need someone in the mod to just comment below saying like, hey, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Hey, this is optional. You don't have to do it. But, Chris has a join membership. He's trying to get his memberships up. Hey, you don't have to do it. You can super chat, super sticker. So I need you to promote my channel and just police the comment section. Make it a free place for anybody to say whatever they want to say. As long as nobody's disrespecting nobody, as long as nobody ain't spamming, it's all good in the hood with me. Like, if you want to attack me, okay? You can say whatever you want to say about my appearance. I think it's kind of weird when a guy talk about another guy's appearance. I just think that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me, okay? But some of you guys out there, y'all like comparing, men. I don't get it, but hey, that's your bag. That's your bag. I'm gonna let you have that bag, Okay? But yeah, if you want to do all that, you want to talk about my bald head, whatever, I don't care. I done heard it 30 times over. Allow them to do that. They want to joke about me. They want to play the dozens with me. I don't care. I don't care. You know. But another thing I really do care about is it's okay to joke, but stay with the program. You know, if we're talking about something like if I'm talking about football, I don't want you to talk about what you ate last night because that's not irrelevant to what we're talking about. So just stay on point. Situations like that, someone continues to do that, just let them know, hey, we're talking about this. They continue to do it, then time them out. Don't block them. Don't block them. I don't believe in blocking people, but I do believe there's a reason why people get blocked. I don't believe in blocking, but there's a reason why people get blocked. And people want to get blocked. They go on social media and be proud of, oh man, I got blocked by so and so. Oh, I got blocked by, some people wear that as a badge of honor. I don't know why, but hey, but there's another thing I don't understand. Why do y'all watch people that you don't like? That's another thing I don't get. That boggles my mind. Somebody that if I don't like their content, I'm not gonna watch them. I'm not gonna waste no energy on somebody that I don't like. Okay? But hey, that's another weird thing. I'm trying to get used to it. It is what it is. But yeah, I was going to do the mods that way, but then I decided I don't think it's beneficial for you out there, and I don't think it's beneficial for me to put it behind a paywall. So I'm not gonna put the mods behind a paywall, but I am looking for mods. One thing I like about mods is being consistent. You come here consistent, and if I feel your energy and I feel like you can add something to the table, then yeah, I'm gonna make you a mod. But it's not gonna happen overnight, okay? And I be watching. I pay attention. So if I mod you and I don't ever see you again, I'm gonna unmod you. So every month I look through my channel. I be like, okay, when's the last time that person was here? When was the last time that person made a comment? When was the last time this person was commenting on a video? Whatever. I look at those things. So yeah, be consistent. I'm not saying you have to be there all the time, but you do have to be there some of the time. That's the responsibility of a mod. Okay? So yeah. Yeah, I'm changing my tune on that. That's what I'm gonna do moving forward. Guys, you can comment below. Tell me if I'm tripping. Tell me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah. So, so after this, I probably won't live stream again until next week. I'm gonna take the weekend off. Hey, it's time to get back into the swing of things. I'm gonna try to live stream as much as I can, but I always tell you guys, if I live stream twice, upload some content, I'm doing good on a week-to-week basis. I think I have live streamed every single day but Thursday. I live streamed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't live stream Thursday. I live streamed today. So yeah, I've been pretty darn consistent on that. So yeah. So like I said, if anybody got some comment galore. If anybody came in here late on the Drake UMG thing, if you want, if you got a comment, you can comment on that situation. But if you didn't hear, please do your boy solid. Just watch it from the beginning. Just rewind it from the beginning. And I explained it the best way. But yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's all I got on the UMG thing. Drake versus UMG. UMG versus Drake. So that's all I got on that. Trying to figure out what other thing that done happened. Not a lot of stuff. Too much have happened. Um, like I said, this is kind of weird because normally you guys comment at the tail end or at the beginning, and you allow me to talk in the middle. So this is kind of new territory for me. I see a bunch of y'all in here. Can y'all please do your boy a favor, hit the like button. If you can just hit the like button, I appreciate it. Now, if you want to subscribe, hit the notification bell, share with your friends, family, and followers, I would appreciate that as well. Okay, if you want to do that. But if you want to further support the channel, hit the join membership button, super chat, super stickers. Those are optional. Optional. The key word is optional. Okay, but it's there. It's there for your resources. Yeah. So I think y'all like the early morning live streams. I tried in the afternoon. It just seemed like y'all maybe a little busy in the afternoon. So maybe doing the morning live streams, I better stick to that regimen. And I'll, just do those. And we had a good time this week. I did more lives than I thought I was going to do. I did everything except upload a video. I wish I would have uploaded a video, but hey, it is what it is. And to me, I like doing live streams because it's quicker to do a live stream than to, make the video, make sure the video is good, upload it to YouTube. You're waiting forever to upload it, and then you put it out there. Just too time consuming. Just best for you. Just do the lives, dude. Because when this live is over with, it's gonna turn into a video anyway. So even though it's gonna be a long video, but yeah. That's pretty much it. How's everyone doing out there? How's everyone's Friday going? I hope everyone has a great, productive Friday. I hope everyone has a positive Friday. The one thing I want to say before I end this live stream is it's best for you to be authentic. Be an authentic person. What do I mean by that? Base your actions on your morals and your principles. Never fumble your morals and principles. Stand on what's right instead of what's wrong. I feel like we as people, we always trying to get into where we can fit in. And sometimes we compromise our morals and principles. So if you don't have your morals and principles, I don't know what you're doing. Because sooner rather than later, you're going to say to yourself, and you're going to have a conversation with yourself, not talking, but mentally, was I presented in the best light in that action? So yeah. So sometimes you gotta stand on your morals and principles. That's what I would say. Don't put a price on you. Some things, sometimes there's no price. I think a lot of us, we place a price, a figurehead on anything we say or do. Sometimes, there's no price to be the person that you are. Sometimes it's not for sale. Sometimes you are not for sale. Okay. So yeah, I think a lot of us need to do that more. But hey, you can't fault people that want to go that route. You sort of have to maneuver around it. Just don't let it corrupt you. Don't let it corrupt and consume you. That's, that's the word of the day. That's my word of the day. I hope everyone has a great Friday. Hope you guys have a lovely weekend. I'm not sure, but is it Easter Sunday this weekend? I'm not 1,000% sure. I'm not sure. I think it is. I'm not sure. Okay, but it is. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. Feel free to hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Share this with your friends, family, and followers. Like the video. If you want to support me even further, this is an optional decision upon you. You can hit the join membership button. You can hit super chat, super stickers. Remember, membership has its privileges. Don Squad in the house, stand up, salute. I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday, great weekend, and I think it's Easter Sunday. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, just hey, look, live in the moment. Don't let the moment live. Don't let the moment go by. Live in the moment. All right. So I'm up out of here, guys. Deuces. See you when I can see you, folks. See you when I